From WGNX Atlanta, this is the 11 o'clock news on 46.
Residents of North Fulton County draw a line in the clay. They're fighting to keep Atlanta from swallowing them up. Good evening, I'm Karen Greer.
I'm Steve Dawson. Hundreds of people were in attendance tonight at a firehouse in Alpharetta. They're to plan a new strategy aimed at fighting a battle that's been going on for more than 20 years to keep their community away from Atlanta. 46 News reporter John McKnight attended that meeting as well, and he joins us now live. John?
Well, Steve, I'm standing on that battle line, the city limits for the city of Atlanta. You know, most of us have seen this rusty old sign here on Roswell Road. Well, a lot of people would like to see this sign gone. Some residents of Sandy Springs would like to see it replaced with a sign that says, "Welcome to the city of Sandy Springs." Some Atlanta city officials would like to see the sign gone altogether, and Sandy Springs, part of the city of Atlanta. Annexation by Atlanta is a battle that's been fought for decades. Now it's being fought again. Some 30 miles from Atlanta City Hall downtown, a 40-minute drive if you're lucky. Some 300 North Fulton residents crowded into a firehouse tonight, so they won't ever have to make that drive. They're fighting a battle that's lasted longer than all the American wars of this century combined. It's the battle to prevent the city of Atlanta from annexing unincorporated Fulton County. It's a battle over taxes, services, and especially schools.
For the Fulton County school system, and it would be a tragedy to link that with the Atlanta school system. Other than that, what else is there to say?
The General Assembly is considering a bill that would allow the city of Atlanta to annex all of unincorporated Fulton County, from the horse farms of North Fulton to the river bottomland in South Fulton, a city stretching more than 50 miles. For a generation, Atlanta city officials have looked longingly toward the north, coveting the tax revenue from the high-priced real estate here in North Fulton County. At the same time, people in Sandy Springs have tried to fight annexation by attempting to have their community incorporated as a city. So far, it's a standoff. Both sides have failed. But tonight, the concern was over not just Sandy Springs, but all of North Fulton County. What do you think about becoming part of the city of Atlanta?
I think that's pretty scary.
Yes, we've chosen to move out to this area simply because we did not want to live in the city of Atlanta.
And this man, who remembers the Best Fest airport scandal.
Why in the world would I want them to come up here and run my life the same way that they ran that situation down there?
They were asked to consider several strategies, becoming part of Roswell or Alpharetta, joining a neighboring county like Gwinnett or Cherokee, or even creating a city of North Fulton.
It's not just North Fulton that uses city facilities. It's people from all over the metro area. It's people from all over Georgia that use Atlanta. And it shouldn't just be North Fulton that bails them out from their financial crisis.
Now, we heard the sentiment expressed frequently tonight that Atlanta is the economic hub of the region and everybody should help resolve the money problems without Atlanta trying to gobble up the suburbs. One helpful suggestion was that the state take over operation of Hartsfield Airport, an idea that would be about as popular at City Hall as a pot festival in Piedmont Park every weekend. For the record, on annexation by the city of Atlanta, the mayor says it needs to be studied further. Steve?
It needs to be studied further. Thank you very much. John McKnight reporting from the borderline.
Well, back in Atlanta, Atlanta police may be looking for a serial rapist. The same man may be responsible for as many as 5 rapes in southwest Atlanta. 46 News reporter Ray Matoya is here with more on the story. Ray, are police actually calling this person a serial rapist?
No, Karen, not yet. At least they don't have enough evidence to say that at this point. Now, these rapes started happening back in November, and the most recent attack was just this past Monday. Police want women to know how this man targets his victims at bus stops. It starts with the bus, and women either waiting to get on or getting off of one. 4 of the rapes have been in the same general area of southwest Atlanta, along Hogan Road and Stone Road. The victims, women walking alone after catching the bus home from work, women like Jeanette Brooks.
Do you know if police are starting to look for somebody that's been doing a series of rapes in this area?
No, I had no idea.
Hadn't heard anything about it?
No.
Would you do anything differently if you knew that that's what they were doing?
Yes, I would. I would come straight home from work.
Once the women get off the bus, the man who has targeted them comes up from behind them or beside them and grabs them. But the women never really get to see him face to face.
He approaches them and then proceeds to physically choke them, grab them around the neck, and then lead them off into a more secluded area to perform the rape.
Police today released this composite sketch of the man. He's got an afro haircut,
5'4" to 5'7" tall, and weighing about 150 to 170 pounds.
And as a woman right now, you're feeling pretty vulnerable.
Yes, I am. I mean, any woman would. Anyone would. You know, we have children in this community. There are some sick people out here.
Well, for now, the main thing Atlanta police want women to do is be aware and, if possible, do not walk alone at night. Now, police will be circulating flyers in the area with the suspect's picture, Karen, as a way of alerting more women to this danger.
Thank you very much, Ray. And tonight, DeKalb police released a composite of a man suspected in a rape there over the weekend. This man is suspected in the assault of a woman at the Tree Hills Apartments in Stone Mountain on Sunday. He's described as a black male, 5'9" to 5'10" in height, 25 to 29 years old, with a dark complexion, low beard, and muscular build. He has a gold tooth and a scar on his left knee. If you have any information about this man, you're asked to call DeKalb County Police.
A major Atlanta dairy is up and running again tonight. Agriculture inspectors say the Parmalat scored 99 out of 100 in an inspection today. The plant was shut down yesterday after scoring only 47. Inspectors found that malfunctioning gauges made the quality of the milk questionable. Overnight, workers replaced gauges, repainted surfaces, and scrubbed the production line. Shortly after 2 this afternoon, inspectors reinstated the plant's license.
We are also, since we've had extensive sampling of product on site here, product that's been under withhold, we are giving them permission to put that back into the channels. We're very satisfied that it meets all the high standards that we require of all of our milk products here in the state of Georgia.
Plant executives say only a small amount of milk was dumped, and that was voluntary. Laboratory tests on milk done today show the product is safe for drinking. Spot checks of milk on grocery store shelves found it is also safe for drinking.
In other news tonight, the normally quiet banks of the Charles River near Harvard University were the scene of a deadly helicopter crash today. A state police chopper slammed onto the roof of an unoccupied university boathouse. 2 pilots and 2 civilians were killed. Witnesses say the aircraft's main rotor was not spinning when it hit the roof. The tail section slid into the river on impact. Environmental crews cleaned up fuel that leaked out into the water. And in Southern California, a 7-month-old girl died in the course of a carjacking. It happened like this. Gunmen robbed a man, then drove him to his house for more money. Then they took the man and his little girl to another location, in the course of which police gave chase. The car went out of control and crashed. The baby died.
The O.J. Simpson murder trial today focused as much on what didn't happen at the murder scene as what did. Defense attorney Johnny Cochran relentlessly questioned a police detective about why blood found on a rear gate of Nicole Brown Simpson's condo was not collected until 3 weeks after the murders.
It was not done on June 13th, was it? No. In fact, it wasn't done on June 14th, was it?
That's correct.
And neither the 15th.
That's correct.
In fact, it was not done until July 3rd, some 3 weeks later, is that right?
That's correct.
The blood found on the gate is important because prosecutors say it matches O.J. Simpson's. Defense attorneys say it could have been contaminated after the crime scene was left unsecured to onlookers. Today, the defense also questioned police about why no photographs were taken of half-melted ice cream and half-burned candles found on the murder scene. Simpson's lawyers want to show that the investigation was flawed. And tomorrow, Judge Lancito will decide if the defense will be allowed to show jurors a videotape of the crime scene.
As far as I'm concerned, it was a beautiful day. Time to take a first check at weather and see what Johnny's got to say about all this. Are we going to have more?
Yeah, we did have a nice day today. The temperature was warm up into the 60s, but there were a lot of places that were even warmer. A lot of record-breaking high temperatures today. There were about 16 cities that had record-breaking high temperatures, from Arkansas up into Missouri, back across parts of Kansas and into New Mexico, up into Colorado, Nebraska, all the way back to Montana. There is a block of very warm air, as you can see, right back here in the southern plain states, and this is going to be sort of slipping slowly toward the east, moving into the Atlanta area, warming us up into the low 70s around the area tomorrow. Really a touch of springtime, but there is some cooler weather behind that. I'll be back to tell you the complete weather picture in just a bit.
Thanks, John. See you later. Next up, another celebrity falls victim to the AIDS disease. And we'll have news of the world's most famous high diver, brought low by his affliction.
And a bizarre charge of espionage leveled against America by one of our closest allies.